Hope you do better with... Hope there's a fire spell in there. It'd make quick work of the brambles.
Those look dry. Of course I didn't bring a flint.
Got the high ground. How should we do this? Magic's the flashy choice, I suppose.
You're gonna regret this.
Now you've done it. Find your right side.
Heal yourself!
We've got to tell the ambassador about this. I've seen ruins like these. Wonder what they are. Maybe nobody knows.
Paradisans call them godless. Some kind of people who came here long ago.
They're not. I tried to tell them. Why wouldn't they listen? You can't kill me. No one can kill me. I'll swim across the sea.
I knew it. Whatever's on their faces, it gets into their heads.
I'm no expert on soul plagues, but whatever you came here to find, I'd say you found it.
It's uncanny.
No, it isn't. You're a godlike. He's... well, look at him. He's sick.
Who disturbs us? They stung at me. They wanted to prune my boughs. I was defending myself.
Steady yourself, please. We're only trying to help.
You're wasting your breath. He's gone.
You tread in the orchard. No, hens hunting foxes. I should have been free to drink of the land. They thought they could stop me. Vipers! Their venom stains my blade.
He can barely string a thought together. How could he have killed everyone?
He couldn't. Not like this. He's just the last one standing.
Trespassers! Hypocrites! They bring the night and call it cleansing flame! And you return death to us!
Envoy, this could come to blows. Keep your guard up.
Feed the roots, kill the rot!
You're gonna regret this. What are you waiting for? Kill yourself!
Now you've done it! Probably some noble who bought his commission. Now look at him.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but at least he's not suffering. It's too quiet.
Closer. You have returned. We felt your presence like dew on a leaf. We wake. Heed us.
Envoy, you alright? Can you hear me? A voice? What did it say?
Now your envoy's losing it.
No, I think something in the Ardra spoke to him. I've been round Ardra my whole life, and it never spoke to me.
I don't think it spoke to anyone. Not even godlikes.
That's some gift. Maybe they're... Never mind. We've got to get to Paradise.
The boat's just up ahead.
Gods, I hope you're telling the truth.
This way. Thank the gods it's still here. Get on.
There, in the distance. It's Paradise. So, the smuggler wasn't lying.
My name's Alora, you know. Oi, I told you. I'm defending myself.
Look, if this is the soul plague the Empress sent you to find, we have to stop it. You have to stop it, no matter what it takes.
I'd heard rumours about folk changing out in the hinterlands. I thought they were just that. You know, stories. I never imagined it'd be like this.
I don't know how, but if anyone can find a way, it's you.
Will you get on before I leave without you?
Aye, onward to Paradise. Never thought I'd be glad to sail here with a smuggler.
If anyone asks, you never met me.
Never thought I'd be glad to sail here with a smuggler.
If anyone asks, you never met me.
Suppose this is where I leave you then. I owe you my life, envoy. I don't know. It's all just sinking in. I hope the folks at the embassy know where to find a good, strong drink. Well, it's the Living Land's biggest port. People come from all over. Not all of them are Adir's friends.
Wonder why?
You'll be fine. After the fort, I figure you can survive anything. You don't have to. Just go up the pier. I imagine they've sent someone official-like to take you there.
Must be nice, eh?
Same to you. You'll make the Emperor proud. I'm sure of it.
Look, I'll no thank you for showing basic decency. But you saved my life. That counts for something. To me, anyway. Aye, don't push our luck. Not all of them, but it's not a great way to make friends. Give Paradisans a chance. That's why they came here in the first place. Try not to get killed. Nah, I'm kidding. Just don't go around acting like you own the place, alright? Hope we don't run into each other. Still, take care of yourself.
Warning, Kai. One more, and I put a bullet in your leg.
And here I thought we were getting along. You know, if you just tell me where the claviture is, I'd get out of
These docks are reserved for the Imperial Envoy of Adir.
That's all you need to know.
So he didn't tell you either, huh?
Hey! Turn around and sail back to wherever you came from. This dock is reserved for the Imperial Envoy. And he's late. Huh. Probably died at sea. Good riddance. Wait, you're the... Fuck.
Nice.
Forgive me, Envoy. I meant nothing by it. A slip of the tongue. Can we start over? Name's Cynric, captain of the local militia. We're a scrappy bunch, but we know our way around Paradise. Unlike most Adirans who couldn't find their ass with both their hands. Oh, present company excluded. They told me you were godlike, but I didn't know what to expect. Your face, it's so... Well...
You're doing great.
Forgive me, again. We're having a bit of an emergency. No doubt you've come for the Adiran ambassador, but he's gone, along with our claviger. No, there's some kind of blight in the wilderness and rumors of plague. They went to investigate. Nature has a mind of its own in these parts. When the ecosystem changes, we ask ourselves how and why.
Leaderless and rudderless is the natural state of things in Paradise anyway. Keeps things interesting.
Well, he's the closest thing we have to a local authority. Part keeper of the keys, part bald fist.
Paradise's mayor, more or less. Most people out here aren't fond of established hierarchies and titles. So we made up some new ones.
I'm sorry, Envoy, but no one's here to receive it.
Nonsense. There's a small army of pickpockets, smugglers, and scoundrels between those walls who'd be happy to take it off your hands.
Just ignore him.
Where did you say they went? Because I've got an idea.
They traveled northwest to the Strangle Route, past the old Pargroon Wall.
You need to find the ambassador, and I need to find the claviger. How's about we partner up? See, Cynric, I knew someone would appreciate me for me.
Kai, before you go, I just hate to send the envoy out there. The wilderness is no place for a scholar. Make sure he comes back alive, or the Steel Garrote will have my head.
Better yours than mine.
The Steel Garrote are here as guests, helping Adirans like yourself keep the peace. Or so they say.
That's certainly what they'd like you to believe. Sounds like their reputation back home in Adir isn't any better than it is here.
You tell me, envoy. The Adirans came to our shores with their soldiers, their bureaucrats, and their cult of murderers. Asking a lot of nosy questions is a good way to end up with a knife in your back. They're an order of religious cutthroats, sharpening their blades for the glory of the burned queen. Oof, creepy bunch, too. Who needs enemies when you have friends like the Steel Garrote? Speaking of the Steel Garrote, fair warning, their leader, Inquisitor Ludwine, is eager to greet you. Or possibly interrogate you. They say she fell in battle in the Deadfire, and death spat her back out. That's none of my business, and let's keep it that way.
We'll have time to worry about Ludwine later. Right behind you. We've got to find your ambassador and my claviger before something else does. I'll bet you're glad to be on.
Feels like the Living Lands is growing wilder every day.
Pargrunen left these. These beacons all over. over the island. They're good for finding your way around.
He's getting crowded. Pretty soon the Deerings will outnumber us 3-1. What do you think, dimwit? He's nice and cozy in the ambassador's pocket. That's enough for now.
Don't let the name fool you. The Strangle Root used to be a nice place.
Greetings, friend. You look like you could use a fine weapon or a sturdy shield. Not to worry, Volter is here. I suggest you take a look at my wares before you speak to Daggerda. Who knows what mood she's in today? From legitimate sources, clearly. From traders and adventurers, mostly, and a few used pieces from people down on their luck. Apologies, friend. People see me selling weapons on the harbor and call my morals into question. I assure you, all of my wares have been vetted for quality and polished thoroughly to remove any unwanted stains. Well, I believe my wares speak for themselves. Figuratively, I mean.
What harm could some... Heading out to the wilds? Make sure you have everything you need. You don't wanna... Kai, I told you not to show your face around here again.
Come on. You're not still mad about that hunting knife, are you?
All right, no. You're clear. But you better pay up front this time.
I knew you'd come around. You miss me.
I'll let you think that. Now don't mind him. What are you interested in? Yeah, some of the oldest in Paradise. He's a headache, but that's because you want him to come back alive.
So you do care.
I lied to the garrote for you. Do I have to spell it out? The living lands are a dangerous place. A newcomer like you should...
Welcome to Dawnshore, traveler. My name is Dagerda. You seem like you could use a nice potion or a bite to eat. And I promise a safe and pleasant transaction, despite whatever Volter told you. Ha! I'm sure he did. He'd rather chase off my customers than admit he was wrong. To be honest, stranger, I'm not inclined to go into it. He knows what he did, and let's leave it at that.
Protect that pretty face. Armor and shields for sale, envoy.
Please, how hard is it to answer a question?
I don't trifle with souls, ma'am. I already told her I don't want to be involved.
I can't believe how rude everyone is around here. Only because they've been ignoring me. How hard could it be to find a watcher? That's a long way to walk. Oh well. The house is probably a loss by now. I'm clearly under some kind of curse. A band of Zorips invaded my house. What am I gonna do? Why did they do anything? They've probably eaten all my food and destroyed my supplies. I don't know what else. First, my ship gets attacked by pirates. Then none of my plants will take. Now this happens? And they won't let me into Paradise to sort it out? Too long. I'm not sure how much of it is the militia anyway. I wonder if it's really the Adirans. Keep us out and themselves in. I should never have come here.
Come here for a better life and find a worse one. Wish I hadn't heard that before.
I wanted to grow a little food, save some skates. They never thrived, that's all. Clearly, I have bigger things to worry about. Gods, is it in the crops? As if things couldn't get any worse. Then take my house key. It's northwest of here. That cabin on the cliff all by itself. Gods know I can't go back. And there's nothing to steal either. The Zorips saw to that. Come back when you've dealt with them, and make sure you get their leader, too. I'm sorry, but I don't think they'll go quietly. You'll have to kill them. Thank you. That may not be worth much coming from a stranger, but I mean it.
You're standing
come in search of lost treasures. Have you heard an...
Dudley.
It's a fine day for adventuring. Greetings. Scotland.
Keep up the good work, soldiers. Unless you're here to trade, don't bother me.
Venture past the palisades at your own risk. There's no guarantee of safety out in the... We've already had to move back the palisades line a few times.
Beautiful view from these cliffs. Real long way down, too. Zaraps. They may be small, but they'll overwhelm you if you're not careful. Ready for more. This is the Hengen's place, or was. It's the Zaraps now. Watch the left! I'm no art critic, but I've never seen a mural like that. Looks like an elf and Zarap holding hands. What do you see? You'd know better than me. Take a look around before we go. Anything juicy? Well, Dehangan's the only one who can make sense of it. We should talk to her. Don't get too... The Dream Scourge has driven people to the city. Means more bandits on the road. What's that Zarok doing out here all by himself? A friendly Zarok. Of course, you don't see them fighting their friends every day. I don't speak Zarep, but it definitely... I agree. He's not hurting any. In fact, we're near Dehangan's house.
dangerous frontier out there.
Oh, please tell me I can... And you found the leader, right? Like I asked you to? You're... All right, you're not wrong. But it may be more than that. Have you ever felt aimless? Like you ought to have a purpose, but you don't? Like you'd do anything to find out why you're meant to be here? That's a stupid question, isn't it? Of course you'd understand. An animancer told me that I might have half a soul. I finally had an answer. The question was, who got the other half? I thought if I could meet this person and see what they were like, I might gain some purpose or something. And then I came here and found a Zorip. But what do I do about it? How do I not think about what I can never have? I'm so... I've got to find some meaning in all this. I can't go back and I can't go forward. I'm just stuck here. Lost. Again. Are you serious? How could anything be worse than a Zorip? And they live to tell the tale? Maybe I do have a chance. I'll go. I'll be brave. I'll find it. I really hope you're right. Oh, I forgot. You still deserve to be paid for your time, if nothing else. I didn't think... Well, it's nice to get help from an Adiran. I'll say that much.
You say the militia have closed parodies to newcomers, so where should I go?
Build another palisade just like the last. When this one falls, what do you adherents do then?
After your voyage, it must be nice to spend the night on dry land. Personally, I've always found the rocking of a ship to be soothing. As long as I've got my feet facing the bow, that is. You know, for most people, getting sent to the living lands is a punishment. But, according to Cynric, you're the personal envoy of the Emperor of Adir himself. Quite a position. You must have gone through one of Adir's famous academies. I can't imagine you had time for much other than your studies, so tell me, is this your first time getting dirt under your fingernails? The Living Lands won't disappoint in that regard. Though the experiences on offer here have been the end of plenty of intrepid sorts. What I really want to know, since hard questions are your specialty, is why the Emperor would send his best scholar all the way to the Living Lands. Oh, that almost does sound like a punishment. I don't know how you investigate a so-called plague of the soul, so better you than me. Being a godlike, I don't suppose your patron deity gives you any unique insights into matters of the soul, do they? Sorry. It's a rare sight, and these are strange times. I haven't met anyone who's really seen the Dream Scourge yet, but that hasn't stopped people from worrying about the rumors. Refugees are flooding in from outlying regions. The guards are restricting access to the city. And people are making offerings to the gods for everything from hangovers to indigestion, just in case. I like your confidence, just be careful how you express it. Unfortunately, the presence of so many Adiran troops and the rumored exploits of the Steel Garrote paladins supporting them is only making a tense situation worse. I think that's why the Clavenger accompanied your ambassador. Don't get me wrong, we have had a welcome reprieve from the usual muggings and murders since your country folk started arriving en masse. But I don't know how long that'll last. We're talking about an island that has been largely settled by nomads, exiles, and dissidents. People who tend to be suspicious of authority. But what about you? What's your stake in things? Besides your orders, of course. Many people do. Most never make it back. Still, you seem more capable than most. I'll let you get some rest, but thanks for talking. It's good to be part of a squad again. Even if it's just... It's the gateway to the Living Lands, a scenic port city that's as beautiful and dangerous as the wilds around it. Most visitors enjoy some mariner's porridge at the Ballarrock, a back alley shakedown, and then the sudden return of that porridge out of one end or the other. Then, if they've got any sense, they turn around and take their chances back where they came, with authentic tales of their adventures. It also has a reputation for making corpses out of people. These days, we have a few more would-be adventurers trying to leave their mark on the place. The Living Lands means a heart, but first, you've got to survive. For a lot of people, the Living Lands is a last resort. They come fleeing war. For others, it's freedom. To seek glory. To redefine yourself, to live in a way you can. It was, for some. Not always the types you'd want. Used to be, if you could last out here. Dangers in the wilds is nothing new out here, and if that weren't enough, a lot of people aren't too keen on Adir's presence. Ilgard's new embassy and his alliance with the Stilgarrote smell like the authority and order that a lot of people came. But I don't mean to put that on you. I imagine you're tired of having to answer for every Adiran who sneezes into... They say people afflicted with it have strange, vivid dreams. What starts as a light daze becomes severe disorientation and eventually a bent towards chaotic violence. And then, fungal growths take over you. So Dream Scourge. No, Dream Scourge is different. It spreads all over. Still, if you see any new mushrooms sprouting up anywhere unexpected, let me know. Until then, look on the bright side. The Living Lands is filled with people and things that are like... Good thing you're asking the expert. That must have been 6 years ago. I guess I was drifting, looking for a settlement called Thirdborn. You're pretty nosy, aren't you? And I thought that Inquisitor was intimidating. Things just didn't... I joined up with the Rauatine Navy as soon as I was old enough. I was part of our campaign to establish a foothold in the Deadfire Archipelago. Part of a long-term effort to reclaim our ancestral homeland and feed Rauatai from Deadfire. I believed in that. Additionally, we were helping Deadfire, bringing organization to the pirate-ridden archipelago and civilization to our distant Wana cousins. To Adir bringing order and civilization to our... Then I hope you learn from my mistakes faster than I did. The Huana didn't want us there. We spent almost as much time fighting the tribes as we did pirates and Wilder, and it was hard to see how any of our fighting and dying was feeding people back home. I'd always heard that war was supposed to temper us, strengthen us. I deserted, and I bounced between different mercenary companies for almost 10 years. Hey, not all of us catch on so quick. Besides, there were only so many options for a Rauataian deserter with no training, and as a mercenary, I figured I could at least choose my battles and my crew. You figured it out faster than I did. It was more of the same. The only comfort was being part of a squad. By the time I came to the Living Lands, I'd seen enough, had enough. Yeah. Though, in a lot of ways, it feels like I didn't really start living until I got here. Look, if I can give you some hard-won advice, stay on your toes. You're in a difficult position. Because you're the one who has to live with the consequences. I figured. What gave it away? My finely pointed teeth? Or the... Fair enough. My people are known. Rauatai's hardly a hospitable environment. Many of us end up settling elsewhere or making a living on the go. That's where you get the popular image of the Amawa. That certainly doesn't hurt. Nor does the fact that many of us are excellent singers. If you ever find yourself in Toccoa, visit the Lore College to hear. In Deadfire, the Juana Water Shapers can sing the waves into incredible sculpture. A thump on the back and a crack on the skull from a brother who says you should visit more. It's complicated. I guess home usually lashed by storms and battered by waves. We call it the rough country. And old trenchers say it's made us who we are. We do a lot of digging for irrigation, drainage, wharf. Anyone from Rawatai has spent enough time in some kind of hole in the ground to be on a first-name basis with the worms. So, trenchers. Those of us who leave are scramble roots, hardy weeds that can survive just about anywhere. You'd fit right in with the Ronganui's inner circle. It's true that the same things that make Rawatai a difficult place to live have shaped our people and our kingdom. Our coral masons have built living harbors and fortifications along the coast to protect our ships and shelter our cities. For all our shortage of fertile soil, Rawatai's land is abundant in saltpeter, copper, iron, most of the other materials you need to outfit your military with weapons and camp. We value struggling and striving together. It helped us survive and build one of the most. It's been hard won across a variety of conquests, cooperatives, and trading colonies. Some of the traditionalists worry that prosperity is making us as complacent and soft-handed as our rivals. Same as traditionalists everywhere. Me, I prefer the simplicity of the living lands. Kill the thing that's trying to kill you, and hope it has some edible meat. What do you want to know? My favorite subject. Sure. What's on your mind? Should I break out the booze? You know where to find me. I haven't seen this much excitement in a while. Perhaps I've got you to thank for bringing it with me. Your armor could use some work. Let's check the watermill for supplies. Even Pargrunan walls can't stand against this place. Right behind you.
Here we go!
Your armor could use some work. Let's check the watermill for supplies. Even Pargrunan walls can't stand against this place. You take lead.
Bodega!
Finally not to stick you.
Let's see what you
Good fight.
Bodega! Bodega!
Hey! Over here! Next one's mine.
Dawnshore is most people's first view of the living lands, and last brush with civilization.
A rot seeps through here. Who poisons us? We cannot see.
Odd. Didn't used to be this overgrown. I can take care of that if you want.
What am I hitting? Aim where? Give me a target. What's the target? Where's my mark?
I'm always telling visitors we're not as crazy as they've heard. Unseen, unheard. I got a bad... That's a bad way to go. It's almost like the brambles are trying to crush. You got everything you need to fix up your armor. Let's head to camp.
It breathes. It is close.
That's the claviger. What happened?
Are you blind? We're being hunted. Get rid of the band. We'll talk after. Are you blind? We're being hunted. Get rid. Are you blind? We're being hunted. Get rid of the band. We'll talk after.
You're mine now. Not looking so good. Let's see what you got. Envoy. That's the claviger. What happened?
Are you blind? We're being hunted. Get rid of the band. Are you blind? We're being hunted. Get rid of the band. We'll talk after.
Here we go.
What's the target? Come and get me! Let me catch my breath.
Aim where? Let's see what you got. Left leg! Give me a second. Give me a target. What am I hitting? Where's my mark? Next one's mine.
Take that, you monstrosity! Well done!
What happened to that bear?
Oh, poor bastard. One of Ludwine's toy soldiers. I never even learned their name. Not that it would have... Oh, my savior. Oh, thank the gods. Your arrival couldn't have been more timely. I wouldn't have stood a chance against that beast. I owe you my life. Ambassador Volshin Heelgard at your service. And you must be our Imperial envoy. Better late than never, I say. Oh, resourceful and polite. Aren't you going to introduce me to your capable companion? Can he be trusted? I found it pays to be prudent about the company you keep in Paradise. The Empire doesn't have many friends on these shores.
Hey, not with that attitude.
I'm charmed. I take it you had business with the Claviger? Poor fellow. It was the bear that killed him, of course. This wilderness has been a little too wild of late. I'm no woodsman, but I'm inclined to agree. We heard alarming reports of a blight in the wilderness, and a strange corruption moving toward the city. The changes in the ecosystem are expected, but this one was progressing too rapidly to ignore. We tracked the corruption all the way here, but all we found was that creature gone mad. So, the rumors of plague were true. The situation is more dire than I imagined. We need a plan of action before whatever this is consumes the living lands.
We are here. Come to us. Commune with us. We have waited for you. Come.
What's the matter? Can you hear me? Well, that's encouraging. The Emperor trusts your judgment, and so do I. Whatever you think is best, I'll support it. You know something of our troubles. That much is clear. What would you have us do? You suspect a connection. Interesting. Ardra is said to be filled with essence, soul stuff. And maybe the essence will respond to a godlike's touch. Oh, just be careful. The Emperor would never forgive me if anything happened to you.
Take it slow. We'll be right here.
Well, whatever you have planned, I suggest you do it.
It is you. Come closer. We feared you were but a dream. We wake from seasons of slumber. We have been waiting. A colony of insects, the many united by one purpose. Mycelia twining through the loam, taking and giving in equal measure. We are the ache in the land, the roots that run deep. And you are familiar to us. Our memories are fractured, but you too are alone in your strangeness. Godlike. This term means nothing to us. But why would you belong to another, shackled to their will? Shackled like us to rot and corruption. It spreads and festers and seeps and crawls. Poor bear. Poor us. Poor you. No, not its fault. Fear hides behind teeth and talons. We are afraid too. We fear the rot. It spreads in the bear, the water, the wild. It is an infection. A foreign body invades, the host fights back. We feel the pain of this intrusion. It overwhelms us. If an animal sickens after a fight, as it howls and sings its agony, what do you do? Nurse it, care for it, grow it like the vines. We were loved once, perhaps. We remember, almost. A thought, like motion in the water. The rot festers. We could suck the poison out. Let green things grow in its place, and we could give you the gift of our healing touch. But a favor for a favor. Would you help us in return when we ask it? We offer you the power to heal and be healed, and you would wheedle and bargain? Decide. Do you wish this power or not? Go then. We would have given you such a gift, but you scorn us. Face your perils alone, but do not call for us in your need.
You all right? You look like you were in a trance for several minutes.
What happened? What can you recall? An attack on your very soul. Well, such an event could have killed someone, or worse.
Be careful where you go saying that. Nowadays, that kind of talk makes people nervous.
Inquisitor Ludwig will need to hear of this. I've agreed to share my findings with the Steel Garrote, as long as they do the same. Not that she has any interest in ecology. Ludwig is obsessed with our security, sees enemy. Your interests are more aligned than you know. Stay out of their way, and they'll return the... Ah, you're going to be troublesome, aren't you? We'll talk more at the embassy. I'll ensure the parody...
Donshore is most people's first view of the living lands, and last brush with civilization. Whatever the Inquisitor thinks, she can't be worse than that thing, can she? you are, full of surprises, Envoy. Still, you have your work cut out for you in Paradise. Enjoy the calm while you can.
The path to Paradise is a tad overgrown, but I can find my way back.
By the way, now that we've gotten to know you, I've been watching your... Yeah, I've watched your form. You're smaller than I am, but I'm happy to return. It's all about using... That's it. You got the hang of it. I look forward to seeing what you can do when we get... In the meantime, Hildegard doesn't seem like the kind of man you'd send to... We should be safe enough, but... I'll take watch. Just in case. Anyway, Hildegard... I haven't seen this much excitement in a while. Perhaps I've got you to thank for bringing it with you, Envoy.
first get no leaves, and his letters won't turn up. Que larde. I'd have...
Oh, hey, comes on a little strong.
But to meet you, what an honor. You can? Wait, you're pulling my leg, aren't you? I apologize. Everyone... Listen, you haven't been to the wild... I assume that's a no? He must have gone farther than I thought. His name is Girmund. He's my assistant, and I'm worried about him. I sent him to map the eastern wilds. I knew it would be perilous, but it's been a long time since he's written, even for him. Bandits, smugglers,
You know how many so-called adventurers I...
It's an
3.
As I said, if you find him and bring me his map, I'll be glad to pay you for it. When he last wrote, he was mapping the eastern ruins. If you find him, you're welcome anytime.
Well,
I will need to do this.
come to my shop when you found him.
Well, well. If it isn't the new arrival. So eager to make a name for himself. I'm your death, swift and subtle, like a blade in the dark. And this here is Pod.
Hello.
Well, I can see which of you two is the poet. Unfortunately, you're both short on common sense.
Me and Pod, we aren't so fond of outlanders. Especially ones looking as strange as you. For all we know, you're one of those sick bastards. A plague carrier. A blight on our fair city.
Hey, boss. If he's really sick, maybe we shouldn't get too close.
Shut up, Pod. Let me do the talking.
You're doing great so far. Really menacing.
No one brings the plague into my town, Outlander. No one. At least...
Boss, is that true?
What did I tell you, Pod? I do the talking.
Oh, could I watch you really do that? To track down a... I don't believe you, but I don't want to find out I'm wrong.
Nicely done.
I can't do this anymore. Thieving and killing, it's just not in my blood.
You ungrateful nitwit! Once I'm done with the Outlander, I'm coming after you.
Good. I was getting tired of listening to them anyway.
Is that all you got?
Hey! Over here! For you!
Another glorious battle.
Sorry about what happened earlier. I never wanted to kill you, just rough you up a little.
Nice banner, ain't it? I found it on the beach. Good day.
Welcome to Paradise, Envoy. The
Good work out there, Envoy. Only just arrived. Well, the ambassador ordered me to give you free access to the city.
That's
Anyway, you can go on a... Well, she comes and goes. You never know where she'll turn up, and it's kind of... Once you're in the city, you'll find the Adiran embassy due no...
What? No parting?
Shove off, muttonhead.
With talk like that, it's no one. At least I'm in good company.
It is you. You refused our help once. Now you return to us in even greater need. You accuse us when we only ever offered our aid. We never meant any harm. But now, you share our prison. An arrow broke the skin. It carried poison to your veins. Your heart stilled, but we were not the one to silence its song. We are not corrupt. Yes, we would see them hurt too, writhing like a dying adder. We can give you this chance. We could send you back. Just this once. Are you truly so blind? There will be no next life for you. The same roots that bind us bind you too. Accept our gift and free us in return, or share our prison forever. Like a scent in the wind, yes. We will show you, but first, we will free you. Immensely. Breathe deep. All birth is agony.
You're awake? Thank the gods. For a second there, I thought I had a problem on my hands. Liviana, the local Sawbones. I wish I could take credit for saving your life, but I believe I had very little to do with it.
Glad to see you with us. I was sure you were already on your next trip around the wheel, but I brought you here just in case. If anyone can work a miracle, it's Liviana, though whatever restored you is beyond even her skill. That's what everyone in Paradise is asking. The streets have been less murderous since your ambassador and his guards took up residence. But your assassination is bound to upset that uneasy peace.
There's something I still don't understand. Envoy, you died. A night of heavy drinking could awaken your soul. Who knows what death could do to it?
What does this mean for him? Should he expect anything else strange? Other than coming back from the dead, I mean.
That depends on a few things. Visions and hallucinations? Likely. Manifestations of past lives? Uncommon, but possible. Sounds like the echo of a past life. I wish I could tell you more. This is far beyond my expertise. You should visit Runid, our local watcher. She would know what to make of your strange, stubborn soul. You've worked with one before. Good. You have an open mind. A watcher examines the soul down to its very core. I can't think of anyone more qualified for the job. Your confidence is appreciated, Envoy. Runid's shop is in the hills to the northeast. A bit of a walk. Just head out of the gate to the east of town and follow the path that curves to the north. It should be perched up in the hills. Oh, but avoid the Watcher in Hightown. She's a known charlatan. I'll send word to the ambassador that you survived, but he'll no doubt want to talk to you. Head up the stairs outside my clinic and take a left onto the main road. That'll get you to the embassy. Apologies. Paradise is a bit of a maze, especially to newcomers.
Don't worry. Which is why I should go with you. Your assassination... Hey, my schedule was clear. Besides, I don't want this to blow up. The sooner we solve your murder, then we should talk back at camp. I'm hoping you can help.
Envoy, what can I do for you? You know how it is. Fighting in the alleys, rumor of a plague. Someone somewhere always needs to get...
Hey, I had a dream about you. In my dream, you were surrounded by light, but it was shining from inside.
This may not be the prettiest part of town, but it's got the grinning Valley Rock.
You saved my life. He would have killed me, and all for a few coins.
Think nothing.
I heard what happened. Probably because I made them. Or most of them, anyway. I've already been paid for them. If Walter happens to stumble onto them later. You mean enchanted? No. Talk to my sister if you're interested.
Back for more supplies. You wouldn't... The local animancer, if you can believe it. Sapiento vouched for me. He wants to study my soul. Mainly, he just asks a lot of... Every day is different, that's for sure. But I like it. Anyway, I'm not sure what...
You should see the drunks try to grab the lanterns. Gets me every time.
Walk in, give her the letter.
Tragedy.
And go.
A recently arrived envoy from Adir was assassinated just inside the front gate.
Hey, so close. But what's the point? It's useless without that.
Envoy. A pleasure, Envoy. If it suits your fancy, check the board for work.
Hey, someone had to take the job. And I guess I consider it my first steps down. Apologies, friend. But that's none of your concern. Be safe out there.
The hunters set that up as a way to earn some extra coin.
Just stand there. Come in. The Ballaroc's always open. Sit down. If you want information, I've got it. Some Svef user told me he had a
Yeah.
Paradis is
Nothing to see here, Envoy. I caught this waste of life mugging a protect.
I thought all Paradisans.
These things happen from time to time. Now that's what I like to hear. I leave you to your job. You understand what it takes to maintain. When you catch, I wish, Envoy.
Tim. Tim. Oh, you're a brave soul, Andre. Spiders are bad. Be safe out there. You hear?
Hey, so close. But what's the problem?
Trading company seeks a criminal known fisherman. Need coin? See Sansa in Hightown. He seeks explorers to assist him in mapping the living lands.
Hey, so close, but what's the point? Oh, you are a special one, you are. Don't mean a thing by it. I'm glad to see. No, of course I'm not drunk. You should know, this place is heading quickly into a swamp of a map. Something is happening here. The plants and the animals are sapiento di falva. My latest experiment was meant to solve the scourge that has come over the local flora and the fauna. I expected my main reagent to be delivered today, but awakened Adra has already failed me. No, I have the misfortune of requiring you. The gentlemen who are supposed to acquire my Adra have not delivered it, and they seem to be afoot. Which is impossible. Yes, I thought so too. But they offered it. My friends must have lied. Or they got the Adra and they lost it. I can't imagine why else they would be acting so strange about. Interesting that you think I'd name names while talking to the... But yes, Adelgund, often by the Western Gate. Ah, yes, that's a great idea. And the one... Really, though, any luminous Adra will do. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Envoy. So, you're that godlike, the Adiran envoy. Not with that face I have. Ah, just my luck. Say, would you be up for helping out some... Galarde. Lawfled and Gladwine came here about 8 years ago. They admitted to having a checkered past back home, but back then you'd struggle to find an Adiran in the city. Now they're everywhere. Anyway, with all these Adirans coming in, Lawfled and Gladwine started spotting old faces. And if they were spotting old faces, it was only a matter of time before those faces started spotting them back. They're lying low in the shantytown for now, but they mean to leave for Thirdborn.
Adirans in the shantytown. I doubt they're getting a warm welcome. Most of the people there are Paradisans run out by Adir.
They're afraid to go out in public, and Gladwine, poor soul, he's gone blind from bad drink. Exactly. And the required herbs grow in the wilds around Paradis. It's a little too dangerous for us ordinary folks, but for the Adir, for the hero who braved the...
Ending with flattery is...
Agrasim. Oh, there is one more thing they need. There's a Rawatayan in the Pearl District, Mako, who was handling the... No. We had a falling out a while back. Thank you, Envoy. Envoy.
You died? Still can't... I'll keep trying. But there's not much to be. None of the clerks believe my story.
Envoy. Is it really you? I can't believe you're alive. When they dragged you to Liviana, how do you feel? Homesick already, after what you've been through. But there's work to be done on the frontier. Good work, and I need you here. Our first order of business is your purpose here in the Living Lands. Captain Cynric said you have a missive for me from the Emperor. Very good. I'm eager to see what our Emperor intends. Now, His Majesty names you a loyal servant of the Adiran Empire, and thank goodness, at least someone understands the gravity of our situation. Here's something to tide you over, but your work isn't finished. You've seen how wild the Living Lands has become, both in nature and in pop. No sooner had you arrived than you found yourself at the center of our troubles. At this point, I can't rule anything out. This embassy has no shortage of political foes, but the dream scourge is what keeps me up at night. You've seen firsthand what it can do in nature. We can't let it reach the cities. Inquisitor Ludwig thinks the plague is a distraction. She's more concerned about these local rebels fighting against the Empire. Your instincts do you credit. They've sabotaged our work, killed our soldiers. Something about a labor dispute gone wrong, I think. The Steel Garrote got involved.
A lot of disputes arise because people here have a strong aversion.
I won't lie to you, Envoy. Our position is tenuous. If we can't even defend ourselves, how are we to defend the living? But defend it, we must. For the sake of... Inquisitor Ludwig demands that someone hang for the attempt on your life. These Paradisen rebels must face justice. Ludwig goes where she likes, haunting the Living Lands like a vengeful spirit. She'll reappear when she chooses, and not a moment sooner. Let's make sure to give her some good news for a change.
Not many get a chance to solve their own murder, you know. I know someone who could help. A dwarven tracker named Marius. Kith or beast. He's staying at the Grinning Ballarok, not far from Liviana's infirmary. We just take the main road east to the market, then head down the rough part of town, even by the standards of Paradise. Blend in, for one thing. Marius is from the Tusks, about the harshest and remotest place the gods ever created, even by the
Trickery, lies. The gods did not build this place.
Let's just say no one survives out there without picking up a few skills, the kind we'll need if we're going to find hidden assassins. Especially if they're from the streets of Paradise.
I suggest you recruit as many allies as you can, but choose carefully. They, like you, will represent the Empire. But before we can send you off to parts unknown, we need assurances from the local healer that you're... After all, you survived a brush with death. The health of your body is one thing, the health of your soul is another. I'm sure that a scholar of your prestige is more than capable of self-diagnosis. Remember, the assassin is out there. You have the element of surprise. You'll have tales aplenty, that's for certain. And a long tapestry of battle scar. We'll talk more of the Dream Scourge when you return.
How about we start with Marius at the Grinning Balrog? Besides, I could use it.
I can't...